Shine right where you are. He made you to glow in the dark.
Inferior.
Blind desire. Jesus in disguise.
And frustration, a tool.
Got a 1951 Ford Woody Wagon, original AM radio. These are cool radios. We took this one and took approximately almost 4 inches out of the back of it, trimmed it up, shortened it up, redone the case, repolished all the front end on it. All the buttons been repolished, background, and we done a full Aurora Design conversion on it. It has a AM/FM stereo, 4 channels out, 45 watts a channel. It has 5 pre-outs on it. If you want to add an amp to each of your speakers or a sub. It has auxiliary in. Plug any device into it you want to. This is the harness you'll be getting with this radio. You can use the bracket or you can mount this separate. This has your 3.5 here auxiliary in on it. It has USB port. Play your thumb drives and charge your devices. That's all built in one. That's a pretty neat little package. It's set up for push button operation. You can go push button or not. I'll demonstrate both of them. It also has a Bluetooth and voice command. We're going to pair it up, be running the voice command on it, and show you how all that operates. It turned out to be a real nice looking radio. I like these radios. They got the little Ford emblem in it right here, embossed in the glass. They're cool. First thing we're going to do is, right now you're on stereo. You have an operating LED right here. It tells you the status of the radio, where it's at. It changes color from Bluetooth to AM to everything. You also have a stereo LED over here, which is in red. So if you come off it, you'll see that it changes for stereo stations. We went through, got all the push buttons working, presets and all. Very powerful radio right now. It sounds real good. This is your mic for your Bluetooth voice command. That's hands-free phone calls. Voice command, you can ask whatever your phone's capable of doing, you can do it from your radio. If you won't go to AM radio, just simply turn it off and right back on. Light turns to red, and now you're on AM.
Says that believers will be caught up in the twinkling of an eye, and it wouldn't be too soon for
Go back to FM, just turn it off and right back on. Takes you right back to FM.
What seems to be your problem?
Lines of communication, things can be missed.
Help you keep up and
Behind the scenes.
We'll be back and have a listen. What does God want?
I like all types of music. Playing this kind of keeps me out of trouble on YouTube. That's where the video will be. First thing we're going to do is, that's AM/FM stereo. how it operates. This radio does have a toner switch, which is in here just like a treble and bass, but this is a switch, so all you're going to do is switch it all the way over. Your little dial is going to change, go all the way over, and now your volume knob is your treble and bass. Once you get it set, just flip it back on volume. Now we're going to show you how the balance and fader work. It's all built in the same deal. You flip it all the way over, bass, treble, go halfway, and we're going to go to fader mode. We're going to pump the volume knob twice in that mode, 12 to 2 motion. It's going to beep, and when it quits beeping, we're going to be in the fader mode. We can fade from front to rear as long as we're moving this volume knob. When we stop, it's going to beep once and go back to treble and bass. There's your rears, your front speakers. Balance it back out. Just stop, it's going to beep. Now we're back on treble and bass. We're going to go back to that same spot, and we're going to go counterclockwise, 12 to 10 motion, and we're going to go into the balance, right and left, same method. There's your right speakers, your left speakers. Balance it out. Let it beep. Back on treble and bass. Now we've got everything set up. Flip it back on volume. That's how your treble, bass, balance, and fader work all in the same knob once you flip the switch all the way over. And when you flip it over, this will rotate. It'll go to low noise, and then you're set to set your radio up the way you want it. The auxiliary in, you'll get a male-to-male cord like this. Just simply plug it in, put it in any device you want to, and turn it on. You get ready to come off your device, simply turn it off. You don't have to unplug it, I will this one. And in 20 seconds, your radio will cycle right back around to where you had it. If you don't want to wait for 20 seconds, just turn it off and back on. Since this radio has got its own off button, we'll let it cycle. Now we're back to where we were at. That's how your auxiliary in works. You can put phone, iPod, satellite radio, whatever you want to plug into it. Just simply turn it on, it'll go to it. Let's do the phone. We're going to do the phone first. I'll show you the push button. This is the push button you can mount underneath the edge of your dash or in your console. And it's pretty neat how it works. We're going to watch it come on. We're going to pair the phone up. Bring our phone up. Make sure we're on on Bluetooth. And we're going to take the button and hold it all the way down.
Ready to pair.
Alright, we're in the pairing mode. It showed up on the phone. Just tap on it. She will tell us when it's done.
Pairing completed. Device connected.
Okay. We're paired up. We're going to go to My Music. We're going to hold this back down again. See your little buttons lit up. Hold it down. Play music.
For all the times that you rain on my parade, and all the clubs you get in.
Change your songs by pushing the button. Same way with answering your phone calls. Phone call comes in, just simply push the button. That's all you have to do. Voice command, push it and hold it down. Stop music. Now your phone's going to put it back in pause. We're going to go back to radio.
Orchestra, the conductor.
And at any given time, no matter what you're doing, a phone call comes in. The volume will, you won't hear any music. The volume will go all the way down. Just push the button one time, answer your call. That's how your Bluetooth and voice command works. And you don't have to use voice command. You just pull your phone up, hit tab on, and it'll go to it. USB. You'll get a thumb drive with some music on it, and the file's already built on it for you. And when you plug this in, it's going to go straight to it. Want to change your songs? Push the button. Now the neat thing about this is you don't have to pull that out unless you want to charge your device. A lot of people like to hide these. So if you want to put this in pause and go back to radio, just simply hold the button down 1 second. It's going to pause. The little light here is going to flash a couple times, and we're going to go back to radio. Now we're back on stereo.
The British Parliament, the first and most foundational.
Same method as going down the road. If you're listening to radio, you don't want to have to fool with finding your stick and pushing it in. Just push this down, hold it 1 second. I didn't hold it long though. Right back to where we went. We're back on it. Change our music on our USB. Go back to radio, hold it down 1 second. Now we're going to go back to radio. Now we're going to demonstrate it without the push button, because you do have an option.
NA, Nambour, Queensland, Australia, and 2RE, Tory, New South Wales.
We're going to turn the radio off. We're going to unplug the push button. We're going to cycle the juice on it. That way if you put it back in and you don't want the push button, just pull your juice off of it. Put it back on. That way it'll recognize it does not have a push button. Going to turn the radio back on.
Device connected.
Pick my phone right back up. Bluetooth is back active. We're going to run through that again, so I'm going to tell it to forget that. And she will tell us that it's disconnected.
Device disconnected.
Now, without the push button, if you want to pair your phone up, simply take the volume knob and go up with it twice.
Ready to pair.
It showed up on the phone. Push on it, and she will tell us when it's paired up.
Pairing completed. Device connected.
Now we're back. Device connected. We're back on phone. We're going to do a voice command. We're going to take the volume knob and go up twice. Play music. We're back on My Music. Now if you want to change your songs, take the tuning knob and crank it up. It works your phone for you. You can back up by repeating. Back up a little bit further. Back it up again. Same way with answering the phone call. Comes in, take your device and turn your needle up once to answer the phone call. Back down once to end the call. You don't have to use voice command. We're going to turn this off and it's going to go right back to radio. The blue light's going to blink a couple times and we're going to go right back to stereo.
Give me one more second.
Addicted.
Now, your USB operates the same way, except we're going to go down on the volume. Now we're on USB.
Go ahead, cut it off. I've been through all them changes. A lot of stuff came down. I dealt with all the issues. You might say
Same method in changing your songs. Turn the knob up, increase your songs. You can go up the scale. If you want to back up, just simply back up.
Go ahead, cut it off. I've been through all them changes. A lot of stuff.
We want to put this in pause. Same method, except we're going to go down twice. That's gone to pause. We're going right back to radio. I like the push button because you get to go back. You don't have to mess with your dial. You can go back to where you were at.
Up to the top.
You do at the bottom.
But noon with your
Gather the waters he called. What?
Or you don't have to reach up here and grab radio. If you want to bring your stick up, down twice, right back to where you were.
But back when I got started, there was a righteous sound. It doesn't matter what I've been through.
Back, pause, go back to radio. Gonna blink a couple times. That's your 1951 Ford Woody Wagon, original radio, created and rebuilt by R&B Vintage Radio. I appreciate you letting me do it for you. And the next one coming up is another one of yours. Thank you very much.